Hey everyone, talking about 5 types of scents to put on before taking a shower. Yes, before getting in the shower. So, not these are shower fresh type smelling scents, or like, yeah, how to smell soapy and clean and like you just took a shower or something. No, this is to put on when you know, okay, in the next 15 minutes you're getting in the shower. Never seen anyone do a list like this before, but there are certain ones that I like to wear for this purpose, so wanted to share in case anybody else likes the idea of it as well. One, ones that your spouse or roommate, person you're about to see, etc., does not like. There are certain scents that my wife really doesn't like, but I love. And at first I was so bummed, like, obviously I'm not going to wear them around her. Like, that would be rude if she really hates them that much. But some of them do project and last quite a while. So it's not even like it could be like, okay, well, I'm going to hang out in another room or go out for a little bit and put it on, because then what if it's like, 10 hours later I'm going to be around her and she's not going to be happy. So I put something like that on, for example, Louis Vuitton on the beach. She does not really like that one. I'll put that on before I take a shower, and then wait a little bit longer to like wash, the arm or whatever I put on, so I can just get some enjoyment out of it. It just brings me happiness, and I still get to like experience it without bothering the person who lives with me that does not like it. Two, ones that you only like the opening of. That is very common. I mean, I'm sure we've all been there. You just get this like beautiful opening or whatever it is, you just love it so much. And then it starts to dry down and you're like, no, don't leave. And whether the dry down is just boring, or even worse, if it's a dry down that you actively are just like, ugh, yuck, like go away, that is a perfect way that you can still get some enjoyment out of wearing them. Put it on before taking a shower, within 15 minutes before. You can get that beautiful opening, like just rejoice in the smell of it. Everything's good, great. And then you'll have showered and it'll be gone by the time it would have gotten to the part that you actually hate. Three, ones that are not weather appropriate for the season. And I don't even mean this in the sense of some other person's like convention of you're not allowed to wear this kind of scent in winter or summer. But I do think there is something to that in general, where certain types of scents, depending on the temperature of the air, are not going to smell good in certain weather. Like, for example, really citrusy ones, like fresh, are not going to smell good in winter. There's like so drastically, to the point there's sometimes I smelled one in December, I thought I hated it, I tried the same one 6 months later and it was like, oh wow, this is so good when it was in heat. Vice versa, there are plenty like heavy spice, smoky, woodsy types of ones that if you wear in heavy heat, it's gonna just turn into this gross like bomb of a wave of just really too overwhelming. So you have ones that are not weather appropriate for the season. Say it's winter and you really just want to get that vibe of like freshness and summer on your mind, whatever. Spritz a little bit on before you get in the shower. You can enjoy, especially you're in the hot water in the shower. At that point, it's going to be more weather appropriate in that scenario. And likewise, it's really hot out. There's at least 4 or 5 bottles that I have are really just winter only scents, and it's like, no, especially because I live in LA, it's really only cold where I live about 3 months of the year. I know winter doesn't last 10 months for any place else, but it's like really hot for a lot of the rest of the year, so I really cannot wear those for most of the year. But I miss them so much sometimes that it's just like, okay, I don't want to deal with, even if I'm in an air conditioning room, if I'm going to be going out during the day or something, I'm not going to want to wear X, Y, or Z that's in that scenario. But I can put it on like, yay, get that burst of like just enjoyment from the scent, winter vibes, whatever I'm looking for, shortly before I get in the shower, and then it's gone before it has a chance to turn into a hazard with the weather or heat or cold. 4, ones you've had for a while and barely, have put a dent in, and that you are concerned they're going to start to turn or expire, so to speak. It's really kind of up in the air how often that can happen. People will claim oh, no fragrance ever does this as long as you store it right, or like every fragrance has citrus expires within 3 years. I'm not going to claim to be an expert on that, but I do know that there's no one way. Like, I've seen things go so many different ways, and there are some that I own that I know if I live to be 100, I'm not going to use all of them, because say I've had it for 8 months or something, for example, for one of them, and I only use a really little bit of time, it looks still 99% full. There's no way I'm going to use that before it expires, but I still like the scent. I just, maybe for whatever reason, I don't want to be wearing it for like long, all day. It's just not what I'm choosing or something. I can put that on, get some enjoyment out of it before I take a shower, and kind of start to make the most of it. I paid for it. I like the scent. Why not use it? And lastly, 5, ones with super low longevity. So very, kind of longevity is, I wouldn't say controversial in the fragrance community, because it's more just that most people want it and they're upset if something, especially if it's expensive, has bad longevity. I think that there's a time and place for ones with low longevity as well, and this is one of several examples of where a low longevity one is perfect, actually. Like 4711 cologne is my favorite that has almost no longevity. I mean, I'm talking maybe 15 minutes. And it's also really cheap for that one. Sometimes we are talking about more expensive ones in that scenario, but sometimes they are cheap too. So putting that on, just getting that burst of it, yay, it's all good, whatever. I don't have to be like, oh, damn, it went away after 15 minutes. Ugh, this sucks, or like anything like that, because I know going into it, okay, gonna get my couple minutes with it on, taking a shower, I'll put on something else after. So, yep, I will, well, no, I guess there's nothing I can link. I'm used to saying I'll put links in the description where you can buy, a bottle or sample of whatever I'm talking about. But in this case, these are categories, not about specific scents. And I think you can choose based for you what fits best into these that you like, that kind of goes with this mindset for you. If anybody else has certain ones that they designate for wearing before taking a shower, let me know.